Hey, what is up, party people? I'm Party Planner Preston, your ultimate gaming and entertainment DJ. I do it all so you don't have to. And today, I'm gonna give you a clear and concise theory. What will it be about? Well, I'm going to connect the trailers and the TV spots and figure out how everything will execute, as well as figure out what will happen in the specific moments that we are given very briefly in these trailers and TV spots. Remember this though. You'll know when I'm confident and true in my statements. And then you will know when it's clearly a theory. Because I'll say words like, I'm not sure. Anyway, with that being stated, I guess, let us go ahead and let's go ahead and sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I'm trying to get this done because I have an iPad here for the script, a computer right in front of me, and then holding this phone up. It's gonna be hard. Don't make fun, okay, please? Okay, so let's get this started, all the way. And I've come to talk with you again. Hello. One thing that you'll notice, and that you probably all have really seen by now, is the fact that this scene is literally something from the first film, where Poppy is singing The Sound of Silence to Branch and then Barb interrupts it. My best guess for this right now, I don't quite know, because there are many theories for this, is that Barb went back in time to the events of the first film to stop the pop music. I'm not sure about this one because it could be a reenactment, but I'm not sure how that would make sense. Help me out in the comments if you can. Also, we can clearly see later not right there specifically. There we go. We can see the guitar that Barb is holding is the finished guitar, you know, with the spikes and the with the strings. You can tell because of the skull right here and the spikes here. Considering the fact that they cut to another scene with this, we do realize that we never really see what that guitar does. But everyone is pretty much guessing at this point, and my guess too, is that it brainwashes the trolls to the rock side because of what we see with the logos.
Who was that?
There are other kinds of trolls. Our ancestors created 6 strings, each for a different type of music.
This might be a spoiler specifically for if this happens, but you notice that Peppy said that the ancestors created the strings. Would that mean that the new generation can also create the new strings? They never really make it clear that they can't.
Pop!
Hey Peppy, you do realize that you legitimately have the harp, right? What if the harp is used for some reason? Will the harp be the instrument used to bring the music back? After all, Barb's guitar with the 6 strings is what takes away the music. So what if the harp with all 6 strings creates the music? And also, everyone will know that with the pop string, when it's played, creates this heart. For some reason, I believe that Broppy is legitimately involved with this. Also, you'll notice that when Trollocs gets attacked in this trailer, trailer 1, the backgrounds we see in trailer 2 are gone. So, are legitimately gone. So, this could be another attack, to the point that it leads Trollocs to give up his string to protect his people. Also, we know that the Techno Trolls are the first ones to get their strings taken.
So, I'm gonna need your string.
Because of this shot. The Techno Trolls are the first strings to be taken, not including the rock string, which is clearly what's on there. From trailers 3 here to trailer 2 here, we can figure out who the next string to be taken. What we see is that the creatures that the rock trolls get on, they rise out of the water, meaning they're getting out of the Techno Trolls area. In trailer 3, I'm just going to call it trailer 3 even though it says it's the international trailer. We end up seeing that once they get out of the these areas or whatever, they end up going up the hills, and they end up climbing these hills, and that leads them to the Classical Trolls area. And we also know what they use to destroy the area. See these explosions? Those are the defense mechanisms that they use. They're the puffs of smoke. Also, when Biggie, Poppy, and Branch are here, we can see that they're terrified. And we can see that there is even more terrifying thing because you wonder what this is on the ground, as well as what Branch is holding in his hand. Though that is burnt up music. And this is where we leave off in trailer 2 with the Pinky Promise scene. As well as I can't believe that there's another queen that uses her power for evil. As well as the Pinky Promise that happens in trailer 2. We can also compare shots too. Is because in trailer 2, this is your first shot. Because this is the exact same purple burst that comes out. And then this is your second shot. And the balloon is much farther away. And then the third shot is clearly Cooper. And it's safe to say that after the Pinky Promise, we never really see that balloon again. Because in trailer 1, we see that they get there, and see that Poppy, Branch, and Biggie get there on foot. And because of the map that we're going to use, we end up seeing that this is plausible. If we look closely, anyway, next. When we look closely in trailer 2 at what's in the balloon, specifically, we can see that on one pile, well, actually at the Let's Go Save the World, there are sunglasses that you'll see in the background right here. Those are the sunglasses that are going to be used by Branch when they're performing in the desert in that one scene. If I can pull it up. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Anyway, get myself out of full screen. Going back to trailer 1 now. In trailer 1, we end up seeing a gold ring. We end up seeing this like gold ring. We never really see that ring in any of the other trailers. And because it's a common fact that anything shown in the trailers is key importance to the plot, this ring could be important. I'm sorry, I'm shaking. But I can't. It's just so hard. I'll just put it like this, and hopefully you'll be able to see. Anyway, could this be a Broppy proposal? Could it be like a fun fist fight with the main character, with like the characters in the end? Who knows? I don't really know. After all, in trailer 3, he's fiddling with his hands, and he's all nervous.
Okay, bye.
Like that. And considering what I see in the background here, this could be a moment where Branch is nervous about the proposal. Or, if you want to consider plot-wise, this could be a moment where he's being nervous about the events, music, and lives that are at play. I mean, after all, in trailer 1, when the ring shows up, Branch says,
Give me that.
while Poppy is goofing around with that face and everything and hopping away from him. I wonder what exactly it could mean. Also, in trailer 3, we see, like, in that scene where they're talking about, like, the map and everything, saying, who was that? We end up seeing, well, not really, who was that? We see Legsley, Branch, Cooper, and the others looking at something. And I'll show you what picture I'm meaning. This one. And what we can see in trailer, like, what could they be looking at in this environment? Well, to me anyway, let me turn up the brightness. Well, considering the environment and everything at the whole area, like the vines and stuff here, I'm legitimately thinking that this is the area with the waterfall, and I'm finding out about the pop string and the map, because in this exact same overhead, because in the overhead shot here, we see that Peppy would have a map here, and Poppy, Branch, Biggie, Cooper, Legsley, and Guy are the only ones there, just like in that exact shot. And Peppy says, and we end up finding out that Peppy is saying there are other kinds of trolls in both trailer 1 and 2 and 3. They're all done behind other different trolls. We can also now realize why exactly
what's going on?
I'm Queen Barb.
if it would actually work.
Queen of Rock.
I'm gonna just.
If it would actually work. There we go. We actually can now realize why they're screaming in this specific scene. It's actually about Tiny being born. Why do I believe this? Well, because in the scene where they're checking out Guy Diamond, the people that are going down the stairs are Cooper, Biggie, Poppy, and Branch, just like the lineup. Especially since this kind of thing would have never really happened before. Also, when we go right back to Branch saying, "I'm coming with you," in his really nice voice, we can actually see that this takes place at night. And he's talking to Poppy while she's in her queen robe. What is the other time that we see that robe? Well, obviously in trailer 2, where Poppy is saying the line, "Violence doesn't solve a problem, Branch."
Problem, Branch.
We also know that in the international trailer, Poppy's staring out at something. Oh wait, that's trailer 2. Well, Poppy is staring out. Before we cut away from that shot, it's super hard to get to this shot, honestly. Just letting you know. This shot's really hard to get to, by the way. Sorry about that. Good Lord, have mercy. Let me try to get to it. I'll just say it. He's clearly holding a book of some kind. Okay, never mind. He's holding a book of some kind. What is that book, and what do we do? And we know it's Branch holding the book because of the fact that the skin is lighter and Biggie's like a perfect blue versus Branch. Alright, so with that being said, also, when Poppy says in trailer 1, 2, and 3 both, saying, "Let's go save the world,"
A lot of hugs.
Let's go save.
we actually see that the blue mist that we would see in trailer 3, not this, that's the TV spot. Trailer 3, there we go. We see that in the background when Poppy's staring out, there's this like blue mist or something. That blue mist is no longer there in trailer 1. And behind Branch's feet, we see the book laying on the ground, open. So, once again, what is that book? I really don't know. In trailer 3, we see that the classical trolls are lined up and prepped like an army. Well, why is that? Well, it's because they're defending themselves. And as we'll see later in chapter 3, this. They're unsuccessful, and in trailer 2, we see that the classical string is taken. And that exact moment from trailer 3, when Poppy says that this says this,
Not harmony.
that versus trailer 2 with this,
Forever.
it's the same conversation. Why is that? Well, it's because it's in the same environment, the same perspectives, and in both shots, Poppy isn't really wearing the robe. In trailer 3 specifically, when Poppy and Hickory are dragging something along that Biggie and Branch are on, when they're dragging something along that has Biggie and Branch on it, you can see from the design that this is actually a jail cell door. Because of this design. The order of the strings that are being taken, not including rock, would include the techno troll string that is the first to be taken, the classical string, which is the second to be taken. The third and fourth ones are honestly debatable because we don't see too much of the funk and country trolls. And from trailer 2, wish I had the room to do this. We know that the pop string is the last to be taken. In the shot of trailer 3, in this shot of trailer 3, leading to the end, right here,
Our music!
we can see that it's too bright, but the snack pack is all the way in the background, with Barb having a big stage of light onto herself. And we know this because of the fact that in this shot, she has.
I'll never stop fighting until I make things
Hate
right.
when this happens. Don't you hate when that moment happens? Well, not really when it just keeps continuing on. Here we go. We know that this is the string guitar because of the spikes, and because of Barb's different attire in this exact scene. Anyway, the one thing that I want to always go back to now is that map. We need to go back to that map.
We have to unite all.
There, okay. So, we notice that, sorry, I keep stuttering because I'm literally improvising a lot of my script. We see that Poppy, Branch, and Biggie are taking a balloon from the pop area to the classical area. From there, we can see that there are mountains. These mountains could be the mountains that they're going through in these exact shots, and that we see in these other trailers. The country trolls are right next to the classical trolls, which is why I said it would make the whole Poppy, Branch, and Biggie getting there on foot plausible. Cooper is going from the pop troll area to the funk area. From between that, there is a swamp-like area where I believe the reggae trolls are. And that's the swamp that Cooper is going through in trailer 3, specifically. And we also know that in trailers, specifically 1 and 2, we know that Poppy, Branch, and Biggie are going across a river from the country area to the reggae area, which is what we see here. And we know that they're going from the country area to the reggae area because in the TV spot, yes, I'm doing it, we see Hickory is right there on the boat with them. When Poppy is being kidnapped in trailer 3, we see the different environments and plant areas. Because, and It's just like the reggae area that would be on the map, specifically with the brown location and the brown grounds and everything. With the map, with what... in trailer 2, we clearly see that the reggae trolls are like underground or something. In like a cave. In like a cave or a forest. This shows us that it's definitely plausible for Poppy to be taken and no one notices. Also in trailer 2, we end up seeing that Poppy is carrying sticks. And these sticks could go on the fire that is actually seen on the boat at the end of trailer, if it'll show, trailer 2. And I still don't know what the binoculars are doing and everything like that. So let me know if you can identify what scene they're in. Also, we see in trailer 2 Chaz and his tranquilizing abilities. In the TV spot, we see that they're actually tied up. George Beard noticed this before I did, but I also want to give him credit too because he also noticed this. Also, and I swear too, if Jamie Dornan does not get a single line, I'm suing. Alright. In trailer 3, we end up seeing that Biggie is upset and he's leaving the gang. We know, and considering the fact that in each of these shots, well, each of the trailers, or from 2 and 3, we end up hearing Biggie saying, "You can't go back on a pinky promise." This could be a moment where Poppy somehow breaks the pinky promise. Because Poppy and Branch are actually looking at Biggie like they're genuinely concerned. And Biggie looks like he's genuinely upset. And in trailer 2, we end up in the official trailer.
All the trolls.
Well,
and if we
trailer
don't stop
1,
her,
I
who
mean.
will?
We're gonna need a battle plan.
We see that we see Branch putting on the war makeup and stuff at the waterfall area. I wonder why. Considering the fact that we see the logos of Branch and Poppy rock style, it's pretty clear that this is what the climax will be. We honestly don't know the details of what the guitar does. We can only make that guess. And I actually now think that the rock attire is the rock attire is actually the twins' fashion sense, as we'll see in trailer 2. And however, the Legos show that Poppy and Branch have red eyes, as indicating that they're turned. To me, this is honestly what the guitar does. The reason why I believe that is because of what Barb says right here.
I will unite the trolls under one music. Our music!
That. Also, if that specifically is the case of what they do, then what could it take for them to get out of that state? Also, and I changed my mind. The guitar mind controls them specifically because Barb is playing the guitar on stage, like on this shot here. Also, what we see in this shot.
The trolls under one.
Oh man, I missed it. In this shot, we see a crowd of rock trolls. Some of them, even this one specifically that's in front of me, this one I mean, has the exact same red eyes. The climax is now pretty much revealed that Poppy and Branch will be under this mind control. Somehow. And that honestly leaves one more question to answer, because I pretty much got everything. There's one more question, and that question is, what is that scene from the first trailer? You know that scene where Poppy's performing The Sound of Silence and they ruin it playing the string guitar? Yeah, I still have no idea what that is. To me, anyway, the best guess I can give is that this is how rock music takes over, by invading the memories and altering them. Obviously, that's how each of them would be taken out. I'm not really too sure about that one, specifically because it's never really explained. I mean, it could be a nightmare that Poppy has, or it could be like in there as something that shows up in the trailer, but doesn't happen just like the first film did. Whew, okay, there you go. That's everything that I got from viewing these trailers for like 3 days, and my brain hurts, as well as my limbs hurt. And I hope that I answered a lot of questions and helped you guys know a little bit more about what's going on in the plot, and that'll help us fit the pieces together and everything like that. So thank you so much for watching this, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, my hand hurts.